Sam and I'm in Uganda.
Uganda. Uganda.
Uganda.
Uganda.
I just came in with more of like a relaxed feeling to it. I wasn't nervous about coming to Africa. I wasn't nervous about what we were going to be doing. I just really just came with the mindset of to serve. And I think that that has been something special about this missions trip compared to other ones I've gone on.
I chose to come to Uganda, reconnect with those that I connected with and met the first time, but also for me was to bring my fiance and be able to spend this with her, to share the beauty of Africa, connect with the dear brothers and sisters here, and to be able to take part in this ministry together.
So SOS stands for Sufficiency of Scriptures.
SOS is a ministry here in Uganda that's goal is to proclaim the gospel, teach the gospel.
It started with a local church. It reaches their community through a school system.
A school called Legacy where there's currently six different grades, and the goal is to get up all the way up to 12. And so the children start in kindergarten and they work their way up through the different grades. And then there's the Pastoral Training Center where Shannon went out and found a bunch of pastors from all over South Sudan and Uganda and brought them here with their families.
So they're raising up pastors that will go back to their own communities and teach the Word of God to their people.
So the trip so far has been busy.
Our mission was to complete a vision test for the kids.
So we've gotten to meet all 403 of the children.
So that in the next few months, the optometrist that comes out is able to work with them more efficiently. And then
some are doing a work project.
I put together a path.
Stone walkway, flagstone walkway, which was
between two houses. It was hard work.
A lot of work. I helped, and the key word is helped.
I've been kind of helping with my wife Janine and her photography at the school.
Being able to photograph every child at Legacy.
I've had the opportunity of teaching in various ways. I taught a men's Bible study for 2 hours. I was able to teach or lead their teachers in training on a Thursday night fellowship that they have. And then on Monday, I'll get to teach at their seminary and evangelism course.
And then in the evenings has been a lot of time of fellowship, dinner together, dinner with the missionaries, hosting some of the pastors and some of the employees here and just getting to know them.
My name is Janine. These are Ethan's feet, and we're on safari right now.
Safari was awesome. We got to sit on top of the safari cars. We would look at the elephants and giraffes and hippos. I kind of wanted to pet some of them, but our driver said today it was too dangerous. But overall, the safari was just breathtaking to see God's creation and the raw nature of what Uganda is.
This trip has changed me. It definitely has encouraged me just to see Christ throughout the whole world, and then the need for every single people group to see their need for Christ.
He has his people from all tribes and tongues and nations, and we read that text sometimes, but I don't think we really grasp it many times until we see it.
This is such an eye-opening experience, because here you see that Christ is the center of all relationships, because we have nothing else in common. We don't have culture in common, we don't have language in common, and yet connections of the heart are made almost immediately.
The people here are wonderful, and you get an immediate connection with them because of Christ.
Without Christ, we never would have met. We never would have known each other. Never would have grown to love each other. Uganda makes it very clear that Christ is the key to our relationships.
Folks back home need to know that SOS, from my perspective, is the closest thing that I've seen to lining up with our philosophy and what I would consider is the Bible's philosophy of what the local church and training and missions should be all about.
I think what people need to know is how much of a difference it's making on people's lives here. Not just day to day, but what's going to be going on in the future there.
We need to support them in whatever way we can, whether that be to pray for them, whether that be to sponsor a child, whether that be to come and see them and just give them true encouragement here.
To be an encouragement to those missionaries who are here full-time. Their desire is that they would send us back encouraged and strengthened and ready to serve Christ in our areas.
Even though it's a short-term mission trip, I feel like every short-term mission trip you take home something different, whether that's like thankfulness or a little experience that you had on the trip.
One of the greatest things about the trip is the time you get to spend with other believers from your church body.
To grow closer to family from your church, so that 11 other people that I have spent time with, you don't get any other opportunity like this back home.
And the time together is such a blessing, and you return home with a greater appreciation for one another and able to serve each other and serve within the body better because of it.
Every single time we hear this crazy story about, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that, but I don't know how the Lord's going to provide. He always provides, and I think that that's something that Faith Bible Church needs to know, is that the Lord is working here, just like He is in America and all over the world.
As a young person, it's really important to be on this trip because I'm able to see what these older women are doing, and I'm able to be more confident in what I'll do with sharing the gospel and just working for other people.
The work that they're doing is making a difference in people's lives and changing their hearts and changing their minds. It's going to lead to lasting impact for generations to come.
It's reminded me of how important the scriptures are and the study of scriptures are. So I think I'll go back with a renewed sense of realizing the need to continue my study and my diligence in learning the Word.
Thank you to all who made this possible.